Hey guys, this is Dr. Sandy with your video tip. And what I'm going to talk about today is building your wellness team. So, obviously, as I make this video, I'm a chiropractor. So, a key component of that wellness team is having a chiropractor who's taking care of you. And the goal of chiropractic is really looking at the brain and nerve system, making sure this is healthy, there's no pressure on that nerve system so it can function at the highest level. So, I'll back up for a second. Why is the nerve system even critical? Why is it so important? So the nerve system literally controls and influences every function of the body. So we're talking muscles, we're talking organs. Every function of the body is controlled, is flowing, is moving. Everything is operating through the nerve system. So it actually starts at the brain. We all know that's the master system. From the brain, there's a tail coming out called the spinal cord, which wraps around the whole body, every muscle and every organ. So if there's any pressure on that nerve system, it can show up as pain and inflammation. There could be lack of flexibility. But because the same nerve system is controlling organs, it can affect organ function. So maybe the breathing, the digestion, any systems like that. So what I love about chiropractic, it's about aligning that central nerve system, allowing the body to operate at the highest level, and not only getting out of pain, which is obviously something that, yes, we need to address, but what's nice is when we can open those nerve channels and let the spine function the way it's designed to, we can also start to focus on things like more energy, better flexibility, as I mentioned, deeper sleep, better focus, more energy. So the body just operates at a better level because everything's working in harmony. The muscles are getting the nourishment, the organs are getting the nourishment. So we want to open those nerve channels and then keep them open. And we're always going to work with that patient, working on their goals. The good thing going to a chiro as well, a lot of chiros will help you with respect to nutrition, things you can do to help the body. They'll also help you with exercises, most of them. And what we're always doing, I think the biggest thing, even though there's different models in chiropractic, generally speaking, most chiropractors will usually advocate for something more natural based, something more holistic. Most chiropractors obviously respect that there's a time and place for drugs and surgery. And there is a time and place, let's be honest, sometimes something's gone too far, but they'll always try to advocate, try going natural. After everything's been exhausted, you might need a medication, you might need an injection, you might need a surgery, but we'd like to meet people soon enough that we can avoid those options if at all possible. And I think the great thing about chiropractic is not just helping people feel good, but just helping them operate at the highest level possible, because the brain and nerve system, it's obviously one of the most critical parts of the human body. The next thing I'd say on your wellness team is finding a good medical doctor. Having a good medical doctor who will be on the same page with you, have the same values, meaning that they respect how you see health, and maybe finding a doctor who will encourage you to say, okay, we need to do X, Y, and Z, but a doctor who encourages questions, a doctor who encourages lifestyle management, a doctor who says, what are you going to do to help this situation? And maybe someone's at a point where their blood sugar or blood pressure, they need that medication, but you're looking for a doctor who's going to say, at this point in time, maybe you do need this medication because the numbers indicate that, but what are some lifestyle changes we can look at? What else can we do to support this? I think that'd be good. And at the end of the day, whether it's any health professional, chiro, medical doctor, anyone, you're looking for someone who's going to listen to you. When you ask questions, they can walk you through those things and really try to understand where you're coming from. Obviously, someone who's compassionate and caring, and you're on that kind of same page. You guys have the same targets, the same goals would obviously be critical. And I think that's universal, not just with medical doctors, chiros, that's for anyone. Another person I'd probably say that you may want to consider, and as I say this too, it doesn't mean it might be a situation you're using everyone. It might be a situation you're using one or two people, but just people who come to mind when it comes to health and wellness so you can be at your best. Next would be a naturopath. So naturopath, what they do is they'll work with you. If you have certain health conditions, again, they're going to go more natural based. So they'll probably recommend maybe homeopathic remedies. They may recommend acupuncture. They may recommend certain supplements. So they may find a problem and say, okay, how can we address this naturally? I think where they can shine as well is with respect to maybe hormonal issues, weight issues. I've seen people talk about having success in those kind of areas. And actually, coming back to the medical doctor, I would have to say yes, having a doctor who cares and compassionate with the same values, and you guys can talk the same language. And I think where medicine shines is acute emergency care. Someone gets into a car accident, someone has, God forbid, like a heart attack, maybe dealing with a certain infection. I think those things where there's crisis management, obviously that's where the medical doctor would shine, maybe even the hospital. And then, the chronic stuff with diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol issues, your doctor can work with you on that as well. So I think having a good chiropractor, obviously, a good medical doctor, if you choose to, maybe having a naturopath as well, like that would be part of some people in your wellness team. And I would say what's bringing everyone together is that compassion. They're listening to you, answering questions, and there's a lot of engagement from the patients getting involved, the doctors getting involved, and it's a very positive, synergistic relationship where you're working together towards a goal, and the doctor's there to almost guide you, help you go through that process as you're starting to get stronger and better so you can be at the best level possible. So thank you so much for listening. This is part one. I'm going to make a part two to follow up with this. I want to say thank you in advance too. I've been getting the likes, the thumbs up and stuff. So if you're enjoying these videos, please thumbs up. If you could share any comments, likes, shares, all that kind of good stuff would be appreciated. Wishing you all the best. Stay healthy, stay strong. Remember, you need to have a health team. Same thinking, same values, people who are respectful. You'll do awesome. Thank you so much, and God bless.